What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Will back again here to do some pitcher projections. Today is Wednesday, August 27th, and yesterday wasn't so good picks wise. But as far as the projections, we were 20 for 30 for 66%. Mid 60s, not bad. We're going to get into yesterday's report, today's report, and more. I'd like you to like, comment, subscribe. If you want access to these picks, there's three ways. Join the Dub Club, use code UNK, UNK. You get half off your first month. Um, YouTube tier 3 and executive tiers. Link in the description. All right, let's look at some of the sellers. And it was guys that should have fucking taken care of business. You know what I mean? Like, look at these names, man. Waldrop let me down. He didn't get nothing. Gore let me down. Ober let me down. Luzardo, Cease. You know what I mean? Verlander, I faded him, and he just went over. And Nick Martinez with the hook at 3. So it was, you know, if these names who should have normally, like Luzardo was right there with the hook, maybe I reached, I don't know. But my projections are just that, guys. It's projections, I do this, you may look at it and be like, oh, he's blowed. You know what I mean? And do the opposite pick. Um, Hopefully my picks guide you. You know what I mean? The projections guide you. You know what I mean? That's what it's here for. I'm 66%. It's okay. My picks, I can't get the combinations right, but some days I do. Um, with that being said, you know, um, you know, sometimes I'm not 100%, so I just do projections. Hopefully they help you with your picks, fade my picks. Go ahead. Um, but let's get into the report from yesterday. Um, that's today. Our pick of the day failed. Waldrop didn't do shit. Um, he didn't do nothing. Corbin took care of business, got 8Ks. That was great, in that matchup of the day. Cease did his job. Castillo, what did Castillo do? No, Cease did not do his job. Neither one of them did. Oh no, I faded Castillo and he overperformed. So Castillo won that battle. Fucking Cease. Live parlay build. Luzardo with the hook and Martinez. I was right there, bro, with the hooks. Should have went even safer. As performance of the day, Hurston Waldrop out in Atlanta, 5.1 innings pitched, 8 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, no Ks, no home runs. Just underperformed for us. And our pitcher of the day is Jacob Mizorowski out in Milwaukee with 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 10 Ks, and he did let up a homer. 10 Ks though. Yeah, and that's the report from yesterday. Today, our matchup of the day, I got that Padres Mariners matchup. You got Yu Darvish versus Brian Wu. Um, and Wu is in our number one in our top 5 pitchers of the day. We don't have super strong pitchers today. We got a couple early games, but Wu is number one on the list out in Seattle with 160. Behind him, you got Fried with the Yankees with 148. Third, you got Rasmussen in Tampa Bay with 108. Fourth, Ryan Nelson out in Arizona with 105. And rounding out the top 5, you got Quinn Priester in Milwaukee right behind him with 104. My pick of the day, I'm going with Brian Bello over 4.5 Ks and Nick Lodolo over 4.5 Ks. Um, let's jump into that off the bat. Lodolo. His line is at 4.5 Ks. Let's get it on strikeouts here. Over 4.5 Ks. I look at it for the season, 57%. Let's do our filters, away game, matchup grade, 50%. I got a comment yesterday from somebody asking me to go more in depth on the pitching as far as um, batter versus right and left and all of that. I start with just the projections on Ks. That's my specialty. Um, this is the start of your research. Look at my projections, and it gives you that at least an hour head start if you wanted to do it yourself. But my videos would be even longer if I broke down all of that for each picture. So I'm not going to do that. But thank you. Appreciate the feedback. I do try to give people what they want, try to do better. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. Um, so filters was 50%, but I look at that head to head and he only faced him once, and it was recently. 5 innings, 11 Ks, 2 earned runs, 6 hits. He did let up a homer with 94 pitches, and one walk. The head to head is crazy. I look at his last five. You say, hey, look at that. He got one against the Cubs. But if you look at that game, he only pitched almost 2 innings. And the reason why is he had a blister on his finger and they took him out the game. So that's the only reason he got 1K in that game. And then you look at the rest of here, right? He just faced the Dodgers. That was before the blister game. He lit their ass up. Washington lit him up. The Mets lit him up. You look at his last 10, come on, man. So for me, it's a slam dunk on Lodolo with the over. No brainer. Um, next up, we got Brian Bello. Now, what time they play? All right. They at 6:30. His line is at 4.5. Let's check it out. So by the time you see this video, you'll be able to put this bet in. You know what I mean? It's my pick of the day. I feel good about it. Um, already we on the last 10 for Bello. And in his last 10, he's 60%. But let's check out for the season. For the season, he's 43%. Let's check out some filters, away games, and matchup grade. You got 50%. So let's reset that. Do they have head to head? Yes, they do. I look at this, and you got 5 games here to look at. This is a nice data set, and in 4 of the 5 games, he went over 4.5 Ks. So I'm like, another slam dunk. Okay, slam dunk, bro. I look at his last 5. He got 2 against Miami, 4 against Minnesota. You know what I mean? The 2 against Miami, I give him that. Miami been uh not striking out as much lately. Like the past week, they've been underperforming for pitchers, like, making pitchers underperform. That's what I wanted to say. But I'm looking at his last 5, his last 10. It looked good, bro. At least four. Only one with 2 and one with 3. He's facing Baltimore, Bro, over. So I feel good about my pick of the day, and that's it, right? Let's go over the slate today here. I'm going to talk about 4 games. Already did my projections here, but I'm going to talk about the San Diego Seattle game, Minnesota Toronto, KC White Sox, and Angels Texas. We can whip up a live parlay here. See what that do. yesterday. I was, man, bro, it's okay though, you know. Um, it's crazy, man. All right, so like I look at this, right? I look at this projections from yesterday, and I'm like, damn, you see this all this green right here, bro? If I could have put together, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, that, that eight leg right there with some over under sprinkled in some alts, bro, that would have been a hell of a parlay. So, you know what I mean? Each day I'm giving you guys, you know what I mean? Shit you can eat off. I just can't fucking make the right combination. Maybe you can, you know what I mean? Um, yeah. So let's get it, man. Um, Here we go. Let's talk about these four games. Let's start with San Diego, Seattle. Comes on at four. You got you, Darvish, and Wu. This was my matchup of the day. Um, Wu's line is at, oh no, Darvish. Let's start with Darvish. Darvish line is at 4.5. I look at the season for Darvish. All right, for the season, he's 67%. Let's slap on some filters. Away games. Seattle batting doesn't help us. Let's reset. Do they have head to head? Yes, they do. Um, and he had five against them, and that was last year. In 5 innings, he had 2 earned runs, 7 hits. He let up 2 home runs. Let's look at his last 5 games here. He's been consistent with five. You know, you got the Dodgers. He played the Dodgers twice, San Fran, Arizona, and the Mets. Let's look at his last 10 games. All right. Three against the Cardinals, one against Washington, two against Philly, you know? So it's like, these games, you know, that was over 5 games ago, but you know what I mean? So lately he's been good. Seattle, they right there still number two in strikeouts. His head to head, he's done it last year. His last five, he's getting at least five. Feel like he'll get it today. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Darvish over. And for Wu, his line is at 5.5. Let's check out Wu. Now look at his last five. Wu been tearing it up. At least six in his last five. Let's look at his last 10. Look at this, man. Wu is consistent, super consistent, bro. For the season, 72%, man. I can't say enough about his consistency. All right. Yes, he gives up hits. Yes, earned runs, but get strikeouts. They do have head to head, and this is right here the concerning part. It's like, damn, you know, he's pitching 7 innings and only getting 5 Ks against the Padres, though. Which is pretty good. I think um the trend continues. I don't think he gets over five. He could, but I'm gonna go with the safe ass five. That's what he's known to do against them. I don't know if he goes over, but I'll go with the five, bro. Five for Wu. Next game, you got Minnesota, Toronto. Um, this one, you can only bet Lauer for now. I guess the pitching situation in Minnesota is not up to snuff or whatever, but let's check out Lauer. Line is at 4.5. Let's go. Drop it down. I look at the season. Season numbers 40%. Don't like it. Home games, matchup grade. Okay. That likes it. Do we have head to head? Yes, he does. And I look at that and I'm like, okay. And this is recent. What happened here? 2.3 innings, 2 Ks, no earned runs, only one hit. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But let's look at his last five. This guy seems to can't get over four, bro. Like, what is this? No matter what team it is, except for the Tigers. Like what the fuck, bro? So I look at his last 10, all right. So over 5 games ago, he was on fire, but he seemed to cool off recently. I don't know, you know. So the last 10 games look good. The last 20 is like, you know, and the head to head, most recent, like I said, I don't know. But his last 5 games, he been consistent with the four. He's facing Minnesota. Um, I feel like he'll get four. He won't go over that, you know, but he might. Who knows? Safe ass four. Next game. Kansas City White Sox. You got Burger versus Savale. Let's check that out. Burger. Line is at 4.5. Let's check out for the season. They don't like it 33%. Away games, matchup grade, White Sox don't like it. Filters don't like it. Season don't like it. Let's clear this. Do they have head to head? Yes. But in the head to head, look at this shit. And this was recent. Okay. This was last week, 10 days ago. He got 7 Ks on him in 5 innings, one earned run, 6 hits. He did let up a homer, 95 pitches, 2 walks. So this guy, man, let's look at his last five. Last 3 games, he's been five or better. He had that two against Boston, four against the Mets. Let's check out the last 10. Four against Washington, three against the Dodgers, eight against Arizona, four against Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So, um, I'm liking him to go over. I like the over. I like the over. He's facing, if you notice, the fucking AL Central right here, Minnesota. And I'm going off that head to head. The last time he got 7, bro. He'll get 5 this time. So, Burgert over. Let's check out Savale. His is at 3.5. For the season, he's 65%. Home games, matchup grade. That likes it. Uh, Season numbers like it. What about head to head? He's 50%. He gets at least 3. Most recent outing, he had 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Ooh, 8 hits. He lit up a home run, 95 pitches. Okay. Mm. Let's look at his last five. Last five, he's been 3 or better. Hmm. Earned runs, these hits though are concerning. I see 8, 8, 5, and he let up home runs in his last couple games, but he's getting the Ks. He's getting the Ks, bro. I like Seville for over, bro. I like him for over, but I like him for the over, but I'm gonna go with that safe ass 3. That way he won't disappoint me. All right. Because if I say over and he just get 3, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? So let's go with the 3. Safe as 3 for Seville. Next game, we got Angels in Texas. We got, who do we got here? I didn't want my bets. I wanted the Angels in Texas. All right. You got Johanowicz or Kachanowicz versus Lats. And this is another situation where we can't, um, no props for Kachanowicz. We only got Lats here. And let's check him out. His line is at 4.5 against the Angels. Boom. Line 4.5. Let's go. Season. Don't like it. Don't like it. Home games. Matchup grade. I don't really like it either. And they do have head-to-head history. Let's check that out. 50%. With the most recent outing in July, he has 6 Ks, 1 earned run, 2 hits, no home runs, 54 pitches, only 3 innings. Okay. First time he was only 1 inning. Was he relief pitching or what? I don't know. I don't know. Have to look at that. Let's look at his last 5 games. Ooh, that don't look good. You got 4 against KC, which is okay. You got 4 against KC. No earned runs, 1 hit, bro. He didn't give up any home runs, but look at this, man. This pitch count. Is he like relief or what? I don't know. I don't know. Let's look at his last 10 games, bro. Okay, so this is some inconsistent innings pitched here. You go from 6 to 2 to 3 to 5 to no, nothing, 1. Bro, I don't know. This is I don't know which lats is coming to fucking play. Like, is it is it this no inning, 1 inning lats, or is he gonna go 3? You know? Let's look at that head to head. But this though, I like this. Back in July, 3 innings, 6 Ks. Mm. Jacob Lats. Let's see, man. He got 4 against Kansas City in his last outing. Mm. I like him to go over 4, bro. He got 4 against them. I feel like, yeah, I'm just going over. I don't, it's a gamble because we don't know how many innings he's gonna pitch. But I'm saying if he go 3, bro, he'll get the 4 over 4 because he did it before, man. And just because of that don't mean nothing. But going off his last game in the head to head, you make your decision. I make mine. Let's go over Jacob Platts. Fuck it. And it's plus money. Um, and there you have it. Those are the only 4 games I was talking about. We got a 6 leg here, plus 12-12 odds. Um, and that's it. Let's recap the pick of the day. Brian Bello and Lodolo. We got early games. All the projections are done. My pick of the day is done. If you want access to these picks, 3 ways. Dub Club, use code UNC. You get half off your first month. UNK, code UNK. Um, YouTube tier 3 and executive tiers, link in the description. All right, I got some more picks to whip up, but there you have it. Let's get this money, guys. Let's have a good one. Good luck.